Okay, welcome back. We've done the Mushroom Cup on 150cc. We've done the Flower Cup on 150cc. Now, it's time to do the Star Cup on 150cc. And I'm not going to be doing Special Cup on 150cc because it's really tough. And real quick, just a couple of channel shoutouts. My pal, the Vintage Gamer, love seeing his community posts. Really like the Cinemassacre meme channels, like Brown Electrons is really funny. Loco Bandito and his No Time compilations, those are hilarious. Also really like Waffle Metal has done a few that are really funny, and the last one is Josie. And I'm gonna go ahead and put Josie's in the description because he has probably the best Cinemassacre meme video, which is the Fate of Cinemassacre, where he spoofs the Christmas Carol episode. And instead of James, seeing himself as an old man playing the Wii, he sees himself as an old man working with Screenwave, and it's really funny. In fact, it could actually use an update because Mike Matei was still with the channel when this video was made. Now Mike Matei's gone, so Josie, get on it, update. But anyway, enough of that. I've already done enough Cinemassacre rants videos, so instead I thought this time I'd have a little fun talking about other things. I alluded in the Mushroom Cup video to a story growing up, when the Super Nintendo was new, about one of my friends and the Super Mario sodas. So I thought I would go ahead and tell that story. It's a funny one. A bit long-winded, so bear with me. We're gonna save this mushroom for the very end of the race. Okay, so I believe it must have been early 1993, and I had a friend. Oh, he had his own banana peel. How about that? I had a friend that was really into, he had gotten a Super Nintendo maybe for Christmas earlier in late 1992, whatever. And his birthday was in the summer. And he got, it was back when, Mario and Nintendo were on top and ruling the world. So his parents threw him a little Super Mario Brothers themed birthday party that summer. And he got, I remember at the party, I don't remember, maybe we had like a Super Mario Brothers like paper plates and things like that. We were all really excited. His friends came over, I came over, and I don't remember, probably like chips and hot dogs or something, but I do remember that they served the Super Mario Brothers soda, and I had to go on the internet and look it up just to make sure I wasn't confusing it with another product. They did exist. I do remember having them. Came in 4 flavors. Don't remember what they were. Had different characters on the bottle. They were the little half-sized cans of soda. There was like a cherry flavor that I think Princess was on the cover. Anyway, they were distributed by Josta. Out of coins. When you get bumped that hard early, it's a problem.
Anyway, so these sodas distributed by Josta, I do remember having them. I remember at this party, I remember liking them a lot. And, you know, they do show up on eBay from time to time. The last I checked, there was a complete set going for $200, so, you know, hardcore, nostalgic Nintendo fans obviously still will pay a premium for these. But I always think of these sodas, well, one, whenever I play this game and see Mario with the champagne, but this was a Nintendo-themed birthday party. Alright, and we're gonna luck out. Donkey Kong Jr. is gonna get ranked out. So there goes our biggest competitor. You know, his parents, we didn't have the internet back then, obviously, so they didn't know what games were good or what games weren't. They got him the Super Scope 6, which, you know, came with the one cartridge and minigames. And for those of you who remember, the Super Scope 6 was kind of junk. It needed like 8 C or D batteries. You know, didn't just plug into a controller port, which would have been convenient. Unlike the Zapper, I think it only was compatible with the one cartridge that it came with. So, I remember, you know, drinking the Super Mario soda and thinking, wow, the Super Scope 6 stinks. The other one was infamous Pit Fighter, you know, one of the most notoriously bad and broken and unplayable Super Nintendo games. Unfortunately, he got that as well. And, you know, again, I don't blame his parents. They got a game that they thought would be good, that he'd enjoy, and it just turned out to be a dud. I wish I could have saved this star for the end of the race, but... Okay, the mushroom we can save for the end of the race. Yeah, so I remember playing, you know, I always think of Pit Fighter, I always think of, you know, my first impressions of the Super Scope 6, and even more hilariously, in hindsight I feel kind of bad for him, but he got... Mario is missing. One of the most hilarious examples of a bait and switch in video games. Mario is missing. Has a great premise, and he got it for the Super Nintendo. I know it came out on the NES and the Super Nintendo, but he had the Super Nintendo, which graphically looks really good. You know, and if you've ever seen that AVGN episode on Mario is Missing, it's spot on. You know, we popped it in, we played it, we got excited because it seemed like we were playing the next great, you know, Super Mario Brothers platforming adventure. This one was going to be all about Luigi rescuing Mario from the Koopa Kids. And then, after about 5-10 minutes, it dawns on you that, yes, this is you've been snookered. This is an educational game. This is, it's not what you think it is. And again, like I said, his parents had no way of knowing it. And Mario is Missing, as well as Mario's Time Machine, it had that effect on plenty of gamers. They just had no idea that that was going to... I may have to repeat this race. I think this is actually the toughest circuit in the... this is the toughest race in this circuit. So I just remember, you know, playing Mario is Missing. That's probably the game I associate the most with the Super Mario Brothers soda, is Mario is Missing. You know, I probably, you know, Tyler and I spent a lot of time together growing up, you know, playing Super Nintendo games.
I think we may have played Pit Fighter once after his birthday, but Mario was missing. I don't think we ever played again. I think he recognized at his birthday party, in between sips of Yoshi lime soda or whatever, that it was a bad game. Lightning bolt. Alright, well, at least I won't have to repeat the race. And like I said, Mario's Missing and Mario's Time Machine, those could have been good games if they hadn't been educational games, attempts at educational games. Okay, so in order to get gold, I have to finish behind Princess, one spot behind Princess in the next race. If Princess gets first, I have to get second. And just to put kind of a fine point on it, Tyler was a good kid. He recognized, even at, he must have been his 9th or 10th birthday, and he was smart enough to understand that his parents just wanted to give him some nice gifts that they thought he would love, so he didn't make a big deal about, the fact that the games were kind of crummy. We should all be so lucky to have a kid with that kind of maturity, because, honestly, I wouldn't have blamed him if he had thrown a fit and said, these games are terrible. If he'd gone into full-on, spoiled brat rage mode, it, would have been embarrassing, but it would have made some sense. And I need a lightning bolt, or I'm not going to get the gold. This is a tough circuit, tough race to move up in. A star or a lightning bolt? I may have to throw this race. Another nostalgic food item. There's a couple I wanted to throw in there at the last minute. There's a channel on YouTube called Cereal Time TV. Very small channel where he reviews cereals, old and new. There we go. That's the break I was looking for. The old cereals he won't eat because obviously they're so old that it's not good to eat them. Come on, need to pass Donkey Kong. Yes, got the gold. Barely. But he reviewed the Nintendo breakfast cereal by Ralston. Ralston, of course, out of business. Really wish they'd reproduce these old cereals, by the way. But it's just amazing to me because these cereals never pop up on eBay. And when they do, look at that, I beat Princess by 1 point. They sell for, I've seen the empty boxes sell for like, Rainbow Bright, Nintendo. I see the empty boxes sell for like $500 a piece. I can't imagine. It must cost like, 800 or 1,000 for an actual sealed box of the Nintendo breakfast cereal or the Rainbow Bright breakfast cereal with the sealed bag of cereal still inside. Yeah, and he'll actually, in his videos, he actually opens it up and shows them. So that's amazing, that he's willing to do that for such a small channel. So tip my cap to Cereal Time TV. And the other nostalgic food I wanted to bring up, when I was looking up the Mario sodas, I looked up the Flintstone sodas. It's actually called Flintstones Fruit Fizz, but it was a soda. It came in a very odd bottle. I could find very little information about it because there's more information about the old Flintstones Hanna-Barbera soda that came out in the 70s in cans, but these ones that I remember in the late 80s or early 90s, they came in these strange-looking plastic bottles that were really thin at the top and then, very wide at the bottom. Couldn't find much information about them, but I remember them being good. It's probably just looking back at it, being 7 or 8 years old or whatever, and back then, liking anything that was sugary and sweet. Today, I don't even drink soda anymore, so I probably wouldn't like it all that much. Still, couldn't find much information about that, or the old Flintstones Push Pops, the ice cream, the sherbet Push Pops. For some reason, I remember them, but I can't find much information. There's no information about the distributor, just a handful of images on the internet. Couldn't even find the old television commercials for the Flintstones Fruit Fizz drink, but I don't know. It's kind of fun to rant about old foods that you're nostalgic for. So, anyway, now that we've talked to death about, the Mario soda and poor Tyler's 10th birthday party, Mario is missing, Mario's time machine, I guess it's time to wrap it up. Really enjoyed going on a rant, winning the gold. Like I said, probably not going to do special cup 150cc just because it's too difficult. But hey, we did all the rest, so whatever you're doing for the rest of the day, have a safe rest of the day. We'll come back and do something really fun next time.